Hi, you guys might remember seeing the Overnight Homeschooler that we put up at the Schoolhouse a few months ago, back when COVID first started. This was actually an open letter that I wrote to one of my sisters who was in the military and all of a sudden found herself at home with small children, trying to figure out how she was going to do everything all at once. And as part of that letter, I included a free printable plan so that you could go to schoolhouseteachers.com and use them for every single grade without having to take the time to go through and figure out what classes am I going to need, etc., etc. Because at the time that wasn't something that they had. So I put together a printable plan for every grade and I made it available here for download. Anyway, I guess they thought that this was a good idea because there is a brand new feature over at schoolhouseteachers.com now. With your membership, they now have school boxes. You come down here to the big blue line and click on school boxes. They have a curriculum schedule for every single grade. And what this does is it takes the guesswork out of which classes do I need, what does my child need to be taking to have a full curriculum. So I have pulled up one from elementary, middle, and high school so that we can take a deeper look into this. So since I have a niece going into 3rd grade, I decided to pull up 3rd grade. At the top of each of the curriculum boxes, you'll see it's for 3rd grade. There are several frequently asked questions. No, it is not physical materials. Nothing will be shipped to your home. This is all digital curriculum. Some is printable, some is video-based. There are several different options. There are some interactive classes where the kids can take quizzes and such straight on there. It doesn't cost anything extra. It comes as part of your Schoolhouse teacher's curriculum. There are different samples that you can see. It's going to be the same kind of thing that you see with any other Schoolhouse teacher's class. No, you don't have to do every single subject. It is there to make your life a little bit easier so that you know what you're doing, especially if you're working from home or trying to get your feet under you if you're a beginning homeschooler. So these are the classes that are included in the box. We've got art, which you can choose one of these 3 art classes, and then there is a curriculum guide to go with that that will tell you what to be doing in each of those classes. Now this one's a little bit messed up. They've got history traditional written twice, but there's actually a history traditional and a history classical, and that just depends on which track you're taking. Are you taking the traditional track that children do in public school, or are you using a classical history track, which is where every 4 years you repeat the material and you go a little bit deeper. There's music. If you don't want music and art, don't do music and art. Social studies and geography to accompany your history. There's health, there's science. For science, there are many different classes that you can take. Some of these are shorter classes, so I find that it's best to choose maybe 2, possibly even 3 if you've got a kid who really likes science, and do those for the year. Spelling, you've got your daily spelling, English and language arts, grammar, writing, all of those pieces. And then 3rd grade math, stretching higher with 3rd grade. Let's check out the curriculum guide for one of these classes. And I am on rural internet. 7th grade. It's set up pretty much the same way, except for that I can make sure I'm at 7th grade because at the top there's a big fat 7. All of your questions and answers again. Oh look, 3rd grade pulled up. Alright, so here's your 3rd grade curriculum guide. At a glance, it tells you all of the lessons so you can check them off. Now, like lesson 40, that's pretty much going to be week 40. There's 1 lesson per week. So let's look at lesson 1, the introduction and review. It's broken down by day. That way you or your child can check off day by day each of the assignments that they've done. You can keep any notes. Maybe you want to keep grades over here in this column. So, and there's one of those for every single one of the 40 weeks. You can choose to print that out, or you can choose to keep records digitally online. That is completely up to what you're most comfortable with. All right, back to 7th grade. Here's your classical one, Kingdoms of the World, 15th to 18th century. So we're going a little bit deeper into, that's going to be year 3, I believe. But 7th grade traditional history is more of a world history tack. We've got spelling. Math is pre-algebra. Health class. Music class, music theory 2, so they must be doing music theory 1 in 6th grade. And again, if your child is not ready for pre-algebra in 7th grade, then move them down. If your child is beyond pre-algebra in 7th grade, move them to algebra. This is not hard and firm. This is a guideline for you so that you can say, okay, I'm starting to homeschool. I have no idea what I'm doing. What do I do? Somebody show me the way. That's what these boxes are for. And then I also have one going into 11th grade, so I find the one that says 11th. And once you get to the high school classes, there are some different options for math because not every kid is taking the same math, even in a traditional high school. 11th grade classical history, that's year 3 again. 7, 8, 9, yeah, that would be year 3. The 250 years of exploration, settlement, and reformation, world history. But then traditional history in your traditional high school is U.S. history for 11th grade. We have art, different types of art classes for 11th grade. There is no music listed here in 11th grade, but hey, if your kid is into music, go for it. Go up here to the top, view by subject, go down to the music classes, pick out a music class. And you're not going to be doing history traditional and history classical. You're going to want to choose one or the other. Science, there's friendly chemistry and advanced chemistry. Chemistry is the 11th grade science. You decide whether your student needs to be in a more basic class or a more advanced class. Literature, African American literature and American folklore. In our homeschool, we would probably do both of those, but that's because we're big into things like folklore. So you might just choose one of these to focus on for the year. Again, this is what are your child's strengths? What is the end goal? By 11th grade, you should have an idea of what the end goal is. Are we going to VOTEC? Are we going to college? Are we going straight into a career? And tailor what your choices are around that end goal. That information was in the video about high school to college prep, if you are confused about what I'm talking about. So I believe that covers the boxed courses. And as I said, if you're new to homeschooling, Schoolhouse Teachers is an amazing resource. They have not only stuff for every grade and every subject, they also have planning, they have record keeping, you get a free magazine, they have resources and stuff for mom, they have PE included, they have an ebook library, they have the World Book Encyclopedia access for free, they have special needs help, high school help, focused learning centers, streaming videos. There are so many extras that come with Schoolhouse Teacher membership. Honestly, our family hasn't even utilized everything because there is so much here. I hope that this helps. There is a huge special going on at Schoolhouse Teachers right now. That would be summer of 2020. Look for that information in your swag bag or underneath this video. Thank you.